So back at it again, and as I alluded to in my studio setup video, I'd be looking at my dad's Linksys router. I'll put the footage of setting up the app, because it comes with an app to set up the initial settings, and then you can switch to a web interface, which I'll put on the screen. We'll come to that in a minute. So this Wi-Fi router, what can I tell you about it? Well, let's go through it, shall we? Let's see if we can find the details of what the router is. Here, isn't it? There we go. So it's a Linksys MR9000v1, and yeah, there's the firmware it's on, and it's up to date. So this is my dad's one. We'll get rid of these. They don't need to be there. It was a bit of a pain in the bottom, I'll be honest. Ow! A lot of it came down to me being a bit silly as well. There's 5 ports on the back. They're all RJ45s. They're all 1 gig from what I can tell. And I put my WAN interface cable into one of the LAN ports, which is just... I don't know why I did that. Anyway, it's up and running. So let's do a couple of bits. We'll have a quick look at the speed check. It does a speed check for you. So let's do a speed test, see what we get. It's very hot today. Probably not going to get long out of my camera. Testing the upload speed. There we go. That's about consistent with the results that we get before this router was in. So it has some nice features here. External storage. I mean, it's by no means a pfSense router, firewall router, but it does have there's a USB on the back. You can plug in a mass storage device and share it as a media server. That would be quite nice. You can add apps to it as well. Or can you? Maybe not. So you got your device list. This is where I just removed my mobile phone from it. You've got a guest network. A lot of Wi-Fi networks do that these days. Even my Google one does from quite a few years ago. You can prioritize devices. That's quite cool. But as it says there, if your speed is over 200 megabits per second, turn it off. So we'll get rid of that. We've done that. We've checked that. So connectivity. So it's just a basic home network for my father. So there's the internet section. It's configured by DHCP. It's a Virgin Media for anyone who knows British internet. Virgin Media are one of the cable providers in the UK. I've just moved away from them and got FTTP. So I got fibre to the property, which is really good. But I'm still waiting for Virgin Media to come along and pick up their old equipment. So for the time being, I've just plugged his router into that to set it up. Then you got your local network. You can change the IP addressing, which is quite good. That's something you can't do from Virgin Media's equipment, especially when it's in router mode. I've now got it set to modem mode. So it's literally just a modem, and this Linksys router is the router. There's an advanced routing section. I'm not going to play around with that. I don't think he needs any of that. Basic NAT is just right. And I'd love to turn off HTTP, but for some reason it doesn't allow it. And it can act as a SIP gateway. That's nice. Allow users to disable internet access. Well, they can do that just by unplugging the cable. That's no biggie. So anyway, let's come out of there. It's got a whole troubleshooting thing. I didn't use this. Like I said, mainly it was my own stupidity that kind of messed this up a bit. So there we go. There's the Wi-Fi. He can come in and just change that to what he had before, so that all of his devices connect to his new one. Ugh. Well, that's interesting. What else we got? And of course, security. So you can change the admin password. Like I said, I'll put my app setting up section of this from my phone onto this video. It's got an SPI firewall. You can have a DMZ, which is interesting. Don't really need that, but you can if you want to. Now he may need this because he's trying to connect to my server, which is at his house from inside, and for some reason it doesn't work. But once we put this in, we'll know whether this works. And dynamic DNS. Port forwarding, he'll need to set all this up. He can copy that from what he's got already. It's basically just HTTP, HTTPS, IMAP, and SMTP, but we'll set those up at another point. Yeah, so like I said, it's quite a simple device, but it works, and it will be just about right for what my dad needs. Should stay there. So here it is. I haven't even peeled off the plastic. I'm going to leave that for him. On the bottom is the password and what have you on a sticker. I'm not going to show you that. There's no need. It's all set and ready to go for him. We'll package that away for him, send it back to him. Hope you find this interesting. It's wasn't quite the video I thought it was going to be. I thought it was going to be a fairly easy one to set up. Unfortunately, that was not the case. So never mind. We get there in the end. I think that should be my nickname. So there we go. Let me know what you think. If there's anything else in this kind of thing that interests you, please do let me know. I'm quite interested in using other hardware and stuff that's outside of my usual scope. So if there's something that you would like me to have a look at, please do suggest it in the comments below. But for now, as always, that's the end of this one. The link to this product will be in the description below. This is not a sponsored video. It's just one that my dad went out and bought. So we had a look at it. Link to Discord server down there as well. As always, don't forget to subscribe and like the video if you do. And thumbs down if you don't like it. I totally understand. It's not been one of my best, but it's something that I wanted to have a look at because I thought I'd be able to help out with this one. As always, I'll see you in the next video. Take care.